G'day friends, it's Vicky Wright, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator Australia. So today is our third card in the series of our March Sweet Simple online class, and we're using the Whale Done stamp set along with the By the Bay DSP. I get a bit confused with the name sometimes. So we're still using our Whale Done stamp set, and this is the card we're going to be creating. Okay, I'm just going to pull a chair up. Okie dokie. So this is our card we'll be creating. Again, a pretty simple one, but it's got a little bit of sponging or blending on this one, along with random stamping. So we'll just put that aside and we'll bring our kit in, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we have, oops. Oh, it's been really humid here, so sometimes our envelopes get a little bit sticky on the back of our card. So we will use that for the front. So there's nothing, we're not going to waste the piece of cardstock. So what we're going to do is score or burnish down that scored line in the middle. Just with my thumbnail, so that it's nice and crisp and sharp. Then we've got a piece of the DSP, and we're going to stick a strip of navy to the top, just like that. Okay, so we'll put a little bit along the top of our DSP. Now you could use either side, but I'm just going to use this side, and just like that, so just a little bit showing along the top, just like that. And what we're going to do, don't worry about trimming the ends off yet. Oh yes, we will actually. So we'll just trim these ends off so that they're nice and even. Just like that. And we'll grab a piece of basic white, and what we're going to do is stick this piece to the bottom of the basic white, so that an edge of basic white is showing around the sides and bottom of the DS piece. Okay, so we'll do that now. I always use liquid glue. I just find I've got a little bit more playroom, but you use what you're most comfortable with. And we'll put that down there, just like that, so that it's nice and even and straight along the sides and along the bottom. Then what we can do now, we can stick this to the front of our base card, which, by the way, is Balmy blue. Now I'm going to use this side because that's just a little bit sticky from the envelope, and we're not going to see it. So that's that. Okay, Nice and clean and simple. Then we're going to bring in our piece of basic white. We're going to bring in a blending brush, and we're going to bring in Balmy blue. And we're just going to blend a little bit of the colour over the top of this piece of basic white. Now when I blend, I always hold the head of the brush. I'm not holding it hard, it's just still has a easy movement and a will of its own, I suppose. You could hold it back here and you would still get the same process or the same result. Can hold it here, same thing. So it's up to you, wherever you're most comfortable. But as I said, I'm happy with just holding it on the head of it. And we're just gently, small circular motions, around and around. Bringing it down a little bit as you go and in, just like that. I rotate my piece of cardstock as I go. I always start off onto scrap paper. A lot of people do tab, but I just blend off onto scrap paper and then bringing it in. And just one smooth motion. And then you're going to continue until you're happy with the depth of colour and I think I'm going to leave that little white halo in the middle just for something a little bit different. Okay, and I might do my edges a little bit more. I just want that little bit of definition around the edges. And that's it. I don't mind those marks on there because it looks like it's water anyhow. Okay, once you're happy with that, then you're going to close it up, Balmy blue, put that aside for the moment. When I finish with my brush, I just blend off onto scrap paper, and I do have a rag that I will clean it with, and I just use that. I've got clean tissue here, so I'll just wipe the excess off with that. And that's all you need to do, and it's ready to use again. So I'll put that aside. Then what we're going to do now is we're going to randomly stamp a couple of images. So we're going to go with the coral first. Now I've done these in night and navy, but I've bought in mint macaron. So I'm just thinking, just for something a little bit different, let's try I was going to say, let's try mint macaron and see how we go. Yep, that's pretty good. We might do that too, eh? So that way you'll get two versions of it. And we'll do the seaweed, I suppose you could call it. Yep. Close that up, and And then what we'll do is bring in our Night and Navy ink. And we'll stamp our octopus first. Tap, tap, tap. Stamp our octopus. And then we'll stamp our little seahorse. No, I forgot the name of it then. Where's my seahorse? Bubbles. Seahorse. Oh, there he is. So we'll do our seahorse. Oops. Needs cleaning. Not going to stick. There. We'll just put our little seahorse just down there, swimming around. And we'll bring in our fish. And we'll randomly stamp these in Night and Navy as well. And one there. So we've done that, and then we'll bring in our bubbles, and we're going to do those in Balmy blue, hey? And all we're going to do is randomly stamp. And I'm just changing the image a little bit so that it's going in all different directions. And I think that's enough. We might just fill that hole up there. And that'll do. Okay. Then what we're going to do, put our ink away, we're just going to stick this then to a piece of Night and Navy. Just like that, so it's nice and even, top and bottom and around the sides. Okay, I think I like that little bit of mint macaron, just to give it a little bit of oomph. Then we're going to grab our dimensionals. Actually, let's grab our black ones, eh? Because it's going onto dark cardstock. So we'll grab our black dimensionals and we're just going to pop this up. We'll put some on the sides just for a little bit of support. I always put a couple of extra down when I have a larger piece of cardstock to stick down. And that'll do. So we'll bring in our card again and making sure our card's all lined up. This is where the grid paper comes in handy. I'm just going to put that down like that, more towards the top than the bottom. And once I'm happy with the placement, I will then just gently press. And then that way your dimensionals will have stuck. Then we're going to bring in a piece of scrap DSP here. And we're going to stamp our sentiment. Now I've chosen Thanks a Ton, but there's a few different ones that you could choose or select. It's up to you. Okay, so then we're going to stamp that in Night of Navy. So we'll bring in our Night of Navy ink pad again. Ink that up. I always stamp onto scrap paper first, so I know that it's nice and straight. Yep. Actually, it's nice clear font, this. So I'll just bring this down a little bit, so that I know that I've got it straight. So it might be out of eyesight for a minute, so just bear with me. Oh, that's really crooked. Sometimes you think you got it straight and it's not. That's better. Stamparatus, see? Stamparatus. Works perfectly every time. And that's what I should be using. So then all we're going to do is just shape this to whatever shape you like. And we're just going to pop this up with some ordinary dimensionals this time, just with our normal ones, if I can find them. I just had them, but here they are. I'll just pop 2 on. 2. And we're just going to pop this down along the bottom. Just like that. Making sure it's nice and straight. And once you're happy with this alignment, then press down. Okay. Then we're going to bring in our festive pearls. Now I haven't got, just bear with me. Just grab our take your pick tool. And we're going to use the silver. Silver and navy are always nice. And all we're going to do is just randomly place a couple down there. One there, and we'll put one there. Because they're so small, I've put extra on. Then once you're finished with that placement, what I tend to do then is, if you're happy, then press down. I don't press down beforehand, just in case you want to change it. And then to finish our card off, we're going to grab another piece of basic white, and we're just going to randomly stamp a couple of images. Let's do our octopus, say. It's not an octopus, it's a jellyfish. Oh, I've been called an octopus, sorry. Grab our jellyfish. And as long as it's not an irrigandi, we're safe. And that'll do. Then we're just gonna put a little bit of glue on the back again. And we're just going to pop this inside. And our card for today is finished. Okay, so there you go. So that's our original one. And this is the one we've just done today with the mint macaron. So just to give you a couple of a different version and what it looks like. Okay, and don't forget to the tutorial for this March class is available in the link below. And thank you to everyone who's purchased the tutorial. It's really, really appreciated. Okay, thanks a lot, and we'll see you next week for card number 4. Okay, enjoy your day. See ya. Hooray.